Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the
Bremen Club
for life.
Welcome to PPL D2, Season 3, Week 2. Instead of talking about the team I'll bring this week, let's start with a quick transfer update. Yes, a transfer after Week 1. Crazy stuff, I know. The rules on transfers were changed, which means we can make transfers without having to wait for any specific trade windows. And, boy, do I have a transfer. First of all, I'll tell you that I'm dropping the still named Miluwakee. While team building for the first 2 weeks I already noticed that Miluwakee doesn't really suit my playstyle at all. I feel like its move pool is a bit too limited for my liking. So, our bulky water is gone. We are looking for a suitable replacement with a wide move pool. Oh look, it's a Slowbro. I feel like this is probably the best transfer I could have made on Week 1. Forms that lovely regenerator core with tank growth, has tons of good coverage options and is nearly as bulky as Miluwakee. It also gives us a secondary belly drum user, which is nice. On to the team builder part. This week, we are facing the Newcrustle United, coached by the AmazingChi. And their team consists of Victini, Amoongus, Mega Blastoise, Mamoswine, Pirattatas, Bronzong, Electris, Noivern, Hitmonlee, and Armaldo. So yeah, there's some pretty spooky threats there. Especially Armaldo. Overall, though, I feel like matchup is pretty even. Some of my things deal with his offense, while his offense deals with my defense. My defense, in turn, can deal with his defense. So all in all, it's pretty balanced. Here's what we are bringing. First of all, there's Drogder, the Zard. Max attack, max speed, adamant. And before anyone starts crying, yes, we do need max speed for Hitmonlee. This set is pretty straightforward. It's meant to be in on walls who will want to status it, set up a sub and then get some free dragon dances going. It really only needs one DD2 window. The only thing that can even remotely take this on is defensive Blastoise. Next is Big Troc, the Terrakion. I'm trying a Swords Dance variant on this, as it outspeeds everything, except Noivern. Again, pretty obvious stuff here. Enough speed for Victini, dual stab and poison jab mostly as filler, in case I need to hit Aroma thingy. It was a bit of a toss-up between Poison Jab and Iron Head, but I figured, since Poison Jab had worse coverage, he'd expect me to run Iron Head, and run a Babbery Berry. That is, if he runs a berry at all. Then we've got Noisia, which is probably the team member I like most this season thus far. We are running a speedy-ass vest set. This is basically meant to just take some special hits and do good damage to things. Dual stab hits most things pretty well, Shadow Ball deals with Bronzong and then there's Charge Beam, which I chose mostly, as filler but should this thing ever be in on something that isn't threatened by, I might just get that cheeky boost. This can take pretty much any special hit it needs to, aside from a Dark Pulse from the Megastoise, obviously. And in other Assault Vest news, here's our new team member, Isaac the Slowbro. Mixed defensive set with Regenerator. Pretty standard stuff, really. Hits pretty much everything, I believe. Also takes pretty much any hit that isn't coming from a Victini. At this point I noticed the team was somewhat weak to True Marrow guy. And what better way to deal with that than Berry, the Escavalier. This used to be Assault Vest as well, but that was a bit silly. Then it was Red Card, which was a fun concept but also silly. So I just did the reasonable thing and put an Oak Berry on it. That allows it to reliably take on HP Fire variants on Pirattatas. Moves for things, as usual. Sub in case I predict some kind of switch into Victini. Running low speed, because, as I said, we need to be slower than Aromatisse in case of Trick Room. And lastly, I figured some late game wouldn't hurt. So this week, the cleaner is actually going to do some cleaning. Kami Omega, the Nidoking, back on the squad this week. And like last time, it's actually important against most things. We've got some moves to do effective wall breaking and revenge killing, if we need to, but mostly, this thing exists to clean up late game. As you might have noticed, she has absolutely nothing that resists Ghost. So, if everything is weak enough, this thing can come in and clean up. So that's the team. Time for the usual thing, where I try to predict my opponent's team and fail miserably. Definitely expecting the spooky offensive Victini, Marrow and Blastoise. Also pretty sure we'll see Pirattatas and Bronzong, because they do pretty okay against me. Last team slot will be either Noivern, Electris or some juicy unburdened Hitmonlee Meme. So yeah, battle's going up tomorrow, as always. See y'all there.